welcome everybody. I am Steve Jackson. I hope you're doing well out there. Today we're going to be taking a look at Simple Man, this classic tune from Lynyrd Skynyrd. If you want to do me a favor, go ahead and let me know what other tutorials you'd like to see in the comments below, and please consider subscribing. Alright, so one thing to keep in mind with this is that I'm going to show you this song in standard tuning, although the original song is actually tuned a half step down, so just keep that in mind. But just to make it easier for all you guys to play at home, I'm going to show you it in standard tuning. This song is going to start off with an open A string, then we're going to go to the second fret on the A string, and that's going to lead us to this C chord. When we get to C, we're going to do an arpeggio, meaning we're going to pick some of the strings one by one. So let me show you that. We're going to start off on the A string, then we're going to go to G, to D, back to A. So that's the first part. So A string, G, D, back to A. Then next up, we're going to go down a little farther. We're going to hit the B string, and then down to G, to D, and then back to G. So from the beginning, one more time, open A, second fret A, landing on the C chord. When you speed it up a little, alright, next up we're going to go to a G chord, and we're going to do something really super similar to what we did on the C chord. The difference being we're going to start on the E string, but the pattern we're going to play is basically the same. It's just everything is moved up one string, but other than that, the pattern is the same. So we start off on the E string, and then we go to D, back to A, back to G, or to E. So E, D, A, E. Now we're going down to the G string, to D, to A, back to D. Now from the beginning of that G chord, alright, now we're going to A minor. A minor, we're going to do the same exact pattern that we did on the C chord. So we're starting off on the A string, going to G, to D, back to A. Down to B, to G, to D, and back to G. So from the beginning of this A chord, one more time. Now it continues on a little more. We're gonna hit this A string one more time, back to B, back to G, to D. Now here's one new thing. We're going to grab the E string, 3rd fret with our pinky. That's going to make this an A minor 7 chord. And we're going to start off by playing the first string, the E string. Then we're going to go to B. And then we're going to go basically back to the beginning of this whole part where we started off on the A string, open, and then 2nd fret. That's kind of the turnaround. Right when you get to this, you're going to start over on that C chord and repeat this whole pattern. So let's go back to this A minor 7 one more time. So A string, open, to the G, D, back to A, to B, G, D, back to G, back to A, to B, to G, to D, then grab that E string 3rd fret with our pinky, B string, and then start over. The next thing that happens is this electric guitar comes in with some distortion on it, and it sounds kind of like this. So what's happening there is it's playing the A string open, then we're going 2nd fret A, and then 3rd fret A. When we get to this 3rd fret, we want to add a little vibrato. Then now we're going to, with our ring finger, hit the 5th fret here of the A string. We're going to slide up to 7 and then back to 5. Then we're going to pull off back to 3. Then we're going to jump up 1 string to the 3rd fret of the E string. Then we're going to almost repeat. We're going to go 5th fret, A string again, slide up to 7 and back, just like we did. Pull off to 3. Now the only difference here is instead of landing on the 3rd fret of the E, we're going to land on the 5th fret of the E. So then this little ending, open E string, 3rd fret, back to open, and then we're going to slide from 3 to 5. Getting into the chorus of this song, we're going to start off by playing a C major / G chord. So what that's going to look like is we're going to play on the 3rd fret of the E string, 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to do both of those with our pointer finger, so it's like a little bar right there on the 3rd fret. And then on the next 3 strings, we're going to play the 5th fret. So that's 5th fret, D string, and G and B, and then 3rd fret on E and A. We're going to play that once. Then we're going to hit this 6th string, this E string once. So, and once we do that, we're going to switch over to a G major chord. So that is going to be 3rd fret E string, 5th fret of A and D, and then 4th fret of the G string right here. So from the beginning, that's C / G chord, and then just once on the E string, and then switch over to G major, and then open E, and then an A chord. So this A chord, right, is the A string open, 2nd fret, D, 2nd fret, G. So from the beginning, one more time.